we are going to carry on an assignment. And the assignment that we've been given this afternoon is to talk about the qualities of a leader. We know that our business is a leadership factory. Everything that we do here depends on our level of leadership. To me, I think that leadership is knowing the way, walking the way, and showing the way. You can't talk about what you have not done. You can't talk about a place you've never been. And so not just you know it, you walk in it. And then you show others how you got there. And so I'm going to allow my dear sisters to first and foremost give us a definition of leadership, and then we'll go from there.
Thank you, Kelechi. I think this is a proper definition of a leader. Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah, I was telling Kelechi I forgot everything that I was going to talk about after hearing her story. I think I need half an hour to breathe. Yeah, so I think we are all leaders. I think once you decide to become a Neolife distributor, immediately you are a leader. So who's a leader? What do you need to do to become a good leader? Personally, I think I've been so blessed to have very strong leaders as upline. As I said, I'm a second generation in the business. My parents, I'm upline. I lost my dad. But they were very strong. And then we have Charlie and Alta. We have Krishna and Dolman. And they've taught us firsthand. And one characteristic of a leader that if you wake me up anytime, I'll say you have to be God-fearing. I believe when you're God-fearing, you're humble. Automatically, you have to be humble. You'll have to be honest. You'll have to respect other people. You'll have time to listen to people. You will be able to lower yourself and to respect everybody you talk to. Our values, our Neolife values, they stand by this characteristic. People are number one. Products that work. Equal opportunity for all. Yeah? So I believe to be a good leader, first and foremost, you have to be God-fearing. I also think as a Neolife distributor, as a leader, you have to be a servant. You have to service. You have to service your team. You have to service your downline. You have to love and service well your downlines and not love them when it's the 28th of the month. So you have to be there for your team all the time. And you have to be there honestly as you want to be there for them. Whether they are doing well or they are not doing well, you have to be there for them. I know for the longest time, as a country, Tanzania, we were really struggling. I remember when we were struggling as a country to do even 60,000 points. And Alta and Charlie never gave up on us. And we kept saying, why are they always there for us? We are sure whether we qualify or we don't qualify, they are qualifying as 5 Diamond Direct. But they were always there. I remember we used to have meetings that in the room we'll have hardly 100 people. But they kept coming. They kept being there for us. It reached a point we started going there because we were feeling guilty. And years now, they come to Tanzania, the room is filled by at least 1,000 people. But why? Because they kept coming. I think we can learn that firsthand. We have the examples here that we can learn from. Another characteristic, I believe, as a leader, you have to be teachable. Again, I see this from my uplines. We are sitting back there, and I see all the PTs, they are taking notes. And these are 5 Diamonds directors, 2 Diamond directors. And I'm sure they know everything. Some of us stand here and they are taking notes because they still want to learn. So as a leader, you have to be ready to learn. You have to be teachable all the time. It doesn't matter who's teaching. And I've learned sometimes a senior manager, you might be a PT, but a senior manager can teach you something that can benefit your business. Thank you.
Thank you. Right.
Good afternoon. What a pleasure to be here today. Because I've not been up, I will start by sharing my story. My name is Adelina Machado, and I come from Mozambique. I started this business without wanting it. I have just thrown the money to my upline and say, you don't want my money, take it and go and buy the kit. I'm so glad that my uplines were leaders and kept on trying to find ways of showing me that this was the opportunity. Today, I kept on saying thank you to them because through this business, I've been able to do things that I would never be able to do with my profession. Putting the kids in a good school, traveling, knowing the world, knowing the wonderful people that we have in our team and in the whole Neolife team. It has been a fantastic journey. So what I always say, even when people say no, I think in the previous panel, someone said, even when people say no, the reason is they don't know what we are offering to them. So it is our duty to try and find ways to showing them that this is the life opportunity. Going to the topic, I felt the same as my sister Bingi after Kalechi's story. The topics are out of my head, but I have obligation to say something. She asks what is for me leadership. Both of them, they gave a definition. I would only want to say that we are very lucky in this business because the guidelines are already set. We had the vision, we have the mission of Neolife, we have the vision and the mission of the Eagle team that is very clear: to enrich the lives of others in terms of health, wealth, happiness. This is what everybody needs in this world. Is it not true? It's what we all need. And if we take all our effort to do this, to pass on, like Bingi said, what we have to other people, yes, we can define any other vision, any other mission, but we should keep this vision that we have from our team as the source of information to build our own vision on. Characteristics of a leader. I'll take also some. For me, the first characteristic of a leader is that we should lead by example. there is no point of us trying to tell people to do things that we are not doing. If you are telling people that we need to work, we should work. We should be the first to work. If we are the leaders, we are saying that people are the most important in your surrounding. Let us respect each other. Even if the person is not doing what is correct, please, let us treat people as people. We have a rule that says, if you want to praise someone, praise in public. But if you want to correct someone, call in private and correct. Because if we are not doing the things that we believe that are important, guess what? Our team will be following what we are doing. And it's a pity as a leaders when we are spreading something that is not correct. We want to enrich the lives of other people. People don't come to this business to serve us. They come to this business because they have dreams, they have goals, and we are the ones as leaders who have to show the way. The second characteristic of a leader, I will follow what was also said here and Bingi also said now. The moment we start this business, we are leaders. And as leaders, we have to be independent as fast as possible. We cannot be leaders waiting for our uplines to do something for us. We have to learn as fast as we can to make sure that we are independent and we can go out. Like Kalechi says, she goes out to many people. And if we are not able to go out to serve other people because we are not independent, our mission of enriching the lives of others will not be fulfilled. And the last characteristic of a leader that I would like to share is we have to be consistent. We cannot say something today and say something tomorrow. We cannot do something today and do something different tomorrow. Of course, we learn and we can improve the way we do things, but we have to be reliable. People need to rely on us. When we say there is a training, we have to be there. We cannot just cancel in the last moment. As a leaders, we have to be there. People have to know that they can rely on us. So we have to be consistent in what we say, in what we do, to make sure that our team will be able to follow. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. In closing, I would also like to add to what my dear sisters have already said. When you start the business, you are already a leader. Because the first person to lead is yourself. If you can't lead yourself, you cannot lead other people. And a leader must learn to learn, like she said. Everybody who is a leader is still in active learning. Learn, relearn, and unlearn. You must learn. There are things you need to unlearn, and there are things you need to relearn. It has to be a continuous circle. And the last thing I want to say is that every leader must have compassion, must have empathy. When we started this business and we came to Johannesburg for an orientation, Gloria and Peter, may God rest his soul, they took us to their house. And they showed us kindness. That has remained with me. And so when I bring my team to my house, I treat them well. And I've had opportunities where I housed over 100 people in my team in my house for a weekend. And you come there, you will not know if somebody is there. Empathy. Feel for others. I remember when I was pausing my business, it was immediately after the 50th anniversary of the company. Jerry came to Nigeria for the first time. And he said to me, Kelechi, I heard you are taking a break. He said something. He said, it's your business. You can take a break as long as you want, and you can come back anytime you want to come back. I said, I hear you are doing some Bible studies and you are coming to America. You know, you can always come and see us because we are family. That stuck with me. That is empathy. When I came back, I've had two instances where I was low. You know, as leaders, we get low sometimes. But you know that when you are low, you can't tell your downlines. You must act like. But do you know? 2 times, we've been taught not to complain. But do you know that 2 times I was low? My phone rings. Who is calling me? Charlie Bolton. And we say, how are you? Some days I've said how I am until I said how I really am. A leader must feel for you. Like she said, don't care for your people only on the 28th of the month. Let your people know that you care. I'm here. I know that my uplands care about me. It's not about my PV. They care about me. I hope your downlines can say that of you. Go home and become a better leader. God bless you.